I always try to keep my subscribers updated on what's going on in Zimbabwe in regards to the mermaid hysteria that's been going on there. A couple of days ago, one of my subscribers sent me a link to a pretty crazy story. A woman in Zimbabwe claimed that she was abducted by mermaids for 2 weeks. Now this all started when 34-year-old Clarice went to visit her aunt and uncle with her sister, Melody. And one day the sisters decided to take a bath in the river. And while they were bathing, they saw a fish, so they tried to catch it. Then, a whirlwind appeared in the middle of the river and sucked in Clarice. Now Melody, panicked and scared to death, tried to find her sister, but after hours of searching up and down the river, she couldn't find her anywhere. So she went to go tell her aunt and uncle, and they too joined the search, but Clarice was nowhere to be seen. Now it was reported in this article that Clarice was officially missing for 2 weeks, and when she showed up, she had one crazy story to tell. She said that this whirlwind sucked her into a cave below the river. And in this cave, there was 3 beautiful women who had half-fish bodies, and they wouldn't let her leave, and they forced her to eat raw fish. And when she refused to eat the raw fish, the mermaids threatened to kill her. Now, while Clarice was in this underground cave, her sister, aunt, and uncle went to go get help. And I'm guessing there's no police in this area because they went to a church. And the church said that they would help look for Clarice, but only if they gave them 2 cows, which is kind of messed up. Now the family was willing to pay the price, but before they did, they wanted to ask around first. And they did end up finding a preacher that would help them free of charge, and this preacher is very famous in this village. Some even call him a prophet. Now this preacher asked Melody to take him to where Clarice disappeared. So Melody took him right to the spot in the river where it happened. Then the preacher, as well as some other church members, started to pray. And while they were praying, the water started to spin. Then they saw Clarice floating on top of the water. Then the preacher told them to sing and to spit on her, hoping that this would wake her up. And it worked. She came to not too long after they started to spit on her. Now no one saw these mermaids except for Clarice, but they all claimed to have experienced something paranormal, as they did see Clarice magically appear on top of the water. And after Clarice woke up, she told them about the 3 mermaids, and she also said that these mermaids knew that people were looking for her. So they let her leave, but before they did, they gave her a basket filled with medicine and told her to heal people, and also to come back to this cave and give them money. Now after hearing this, the preacher immediately burned the basket and told Clarice that these mermaids are evil and that she should never come back here ever again. Now many people in Zimbabwe believe this story. They truly believe that mermaids are real, and I have covered many other stories about mermaids in Zimbabwe on this channel. One case happened when workers at a dam claimed that mermaids were attacking them, and some of these workers disappeared, never to be seen again. And because of all these attacks, the work on the dam had to be stopped, well, at least for a while anyway. Another case happened not too far away from Clarice's story when many people just started to disappear, and days later their bodies would be found floating in a river. Some believe that it must have been crocodiles or some sort of wild animal, but there were no bite marks on any of these bodies. And the villagers claim that during this time there were sightings of mermaids in this very river. Now there are many other stories just like this, making me fascinated with this phenomena. And I know it sounds crazy to us over here in the West, but we also have many sightings and stories of our own paranormal creatures, making me wonder, what the heck is going on here? And could these entities or monsters really exist? Until next time, this is Paranormal Junkie. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned.